Rule your life with your mind, not your feelings. Every bad decision a man has ever made, he had more emotion in it than he had logic. His mind wasn't being used. His emotion was at the forefront of making all those decisions. How do you be dangerous? A lot of people would think fighting, having weapons, being strong. Yeah, that's a part of being dangerous, but I'm speaking more from an intelligent point, a self-control point, discipline. First and foremost, a man needs to learn how to say no. You can say no to a lot of things in your life. You'll be a dangerous man because you can get what you want out of life. And you can be an intelligent, dangerous man getting what you want out of life without taking advantage of others. Saying no to women. A woman will always be a man's downfall outside of his ignorance. Ignorance leads to a lack of discipline, a lack of value. You're not in control. You have no self-control. You have no integrity. So you put yourself in a position to allow women to do what? Take advantage of you, put you in situations that you don't want to be in. Ultimately, you lose your freedom, you lose your life, you lose your resources. You lose everything that you have as a man. Only thing you have is your mind and your body. But that too you may lose because women take you up and through there and some men never recover. Say no to the friends you keep, the company. Say no to self-doubt. Say no to the environment. People telling you how much you're worth. Know your worth. Don't allow people to bargain for you or bargain with you because you will stay there. They'll take advantage of you. But that too, you need to learn how to say no. It's not up to anybody else. You have to say no to negativity. You have to say no to fantasies. Reality is free. Reality will set you up to be successful in life. Reality will take you down a path that you need to travel, not the path that you want to travel because it's perceived to be easier. You have to say no to these things. That's number one. Say no to mediocrity. Say no to being out of shape. Say no to being broke. Say no to arrogance, ignorance. You believe something that makes you feel good, even if it's a lie. That's arrogant, that's ignorant. The truth is right in front of you, but you ignore it because it doesn't make you feel good. That's because you're doing everything based on your feelings. As men, we can't move like that. You'll not be dangerous. You'll be easily controlled. A man who can't control himself is easily controlled. A man who doesn't have control of his mind will be easily controlled. A man who's a yes man, who can't say no to people or certain things that will be harmful to his life will be easily controlled. If you're easily controlled, you're not living life at all. Somebody's controlling you. They're doing everything based on telling you what to do and you're listening. You can't make decisions on your own. Some men will not even call you a man. They'll call you a puppet, a child. But even then, you might be insulting children because children should be guided. As a grown man, you should guide yourself. But you need to learn how to say no. Number two is discipline. You got to have discipline. Say no to mediocrity. Say no to chaos. Say no to living life nonchalantly. You have to be focused. You have to work out, you have to eat, you have to do what you have to do. If you're broke, we always talk about this because it seems like the older we get or the more people have access to the internet, the more people have access to pleasure, we don't realize how much we need to be in control of our finances. It's almost as if people have a love-hate relationship with money. You need money. It doesn't matter how you feel, it doesn't matter what grandma tells you, what a woman tells you, you need money. You're gonna need money to feed yourself first and foremost. It's not about women. It's not about keeping up with the Joneses. It's not about materialism. It's not about consumerism. It's about being self-efficient. It's about being independent. And once you get the money, once you get the bag, you can then go take care of other people. If you have a good heart, understand this. Spend some time being selfish. That's discipline. Focus on what you need to focus on. Put yourself in a position to build your capital. Build that nest egg. Get some investments. Build a business. Whatever you want to do. But get the money first to be able to take care of yourself. And then, if it's what you want to do, you can take care of other people. But first and foremost, you need to take care of yourself. You cannot go through life expecting people to hold your hand. You cannot go through life we can't go through life expecting our parents to take care of us forever. At some point, they're old. We have to take care of them. If we love them as much as we claim we do, we cannot put ourselves in a position where our parents are still taking care of us. We may need help every now and then. But even then, I always go back to accountability. Are you making mistakes or are you good at making bad decisions because that's all you've ever done and you haven't checked yourself? And when someone tried to check you, you ignored them because you got in your feelings. You don't want to pay attention to detail. You don't want to pay attention to the details that you're doing to yourself. You're making fucked up decisions. And you have an elite habit of doing what? Making bad decisions, and you won't check yourself. That's discipline. How are you going to consider yourself a dangerous man if you're not disciplined? Dangerous man he prioritizes, he builds long term. He's not thinking about 10 hours from now or 10 days. He's thinking 10 years. And then even then, what follows after those 10 years? The next 10 years. He's thinking 2, 3, 4 decades. When he's dead and gone, it's not about how much money you have because you can't take it with you. It's what you leave behind. Men must leave legacies. A dangerous man has a legacy. He has children. That means you pick the right woman. That means you say no to the wrong woman. That means you're disciplined. You have enough dick discipline. You're not running around sleeping with everybody. Protecting your seed is a part of being a dangerous man. See, only two things you need is to say the word no and discipline. And everything will fall into place. You cannot be dangerous out here without saying no and discipline. Because let's take it back to the first point. A lot of men think that you have to be strong. You have to know how to fight, have weapons, know how to use those weapons, be tactical, be efficient, be fluent. You have to say no to being lazy to be able to build those skill sets. And after you say no, then you can do what? You can exercise your discipline to actually build the skill set. You don't get strong without discipline. You don't get strong without saying no to things that will harm you from building your strength. The same thing goes for money, efficiency when it comes to fighting, using weapons. And then we get to the real saying no to women, being disciplined with your seed. Stop spreading your seed. Stop spilling your semen all over the place. Stop watching porn. Stop sleeping with hookers, escorts. At some point, you got to sacrifice something. If you can't find the woman that you want, don't go be with any woman at all. Sit your ass down and put all that sexual energy, all that frustration that you have because you ain't busted nut in months into something that's going to yield you something down the road. See, this is what I'm sitting here doing on a day-to-day basis. A lot of people ask me, how do you work 2 jobs, have side hustles, still work out, and spend time with your family? Because it's called going beast. Go beast mode. Just do it for a year or 2. See how you feel. But a dangerous man is not complaining. A dangerous man is a champion. You put the work in. All you do is put the work in. We're not complaining. We're not crying. We're not blaming anybody. We're just working. Put this perspective as like a boxer or a fighter, combat fighter, UFC, MMA, boxing, whatever it is. To be a champion in that sport, you have to have discipline. You're gonna take pain, and you're gonna have to love the pain, because you're not just gonna wake up and be a champion, a world champion, be recognized all over the world for your skills if you're not disciplined. You can use whatever boxer, whatever fighter you love. John Jones, you can use Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar De La Hoya, you can use Roy Jones Jr., Lennox Lewis. I know them all. Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Ali. The list goes on. Alexander Usyk, whoever you like as a boxer, whoever you like in MMA, whoever you like UFC, whatever. Those guys are disciplined. All they do is train. We're not boxers. We're not fighters. All we got to do is work. You want that online business? You want to be dangerous with whatever you touch? You're going to have to put the work in. No feelings. Nobody's coming to save you. I'm going to always say that. It needs to be always on repeat, because this is what's going to keep you disciplined. This is what's going to keep me disciplined. This is why I say it out loud. I say this to myself, but it feels better putting it into my community, into our community. This is our community. Yeah, my name is on the channel because I started it, but this is our community. Whenever I get lost, I come back and I turn this camera on and I say what I need to say, not based on how I feel. I feel like going to sleep. I feel like going to eat pizza. No, I'm about to turn this camera off and I'm about to go hit the gym. That's all it is. How are you going to be dangerous if you're not consistent? How are you going to be dangerous if you're not financially stable? How are you going to be dangerous if you don't have a career? Entrepreneurship, corporate America, corporate United Kingdom, wherever you at in the world, how are you going to be dangerous if you're not focused? You got to say no to mediocrity. You got to say no to being lazy. You got to say no to women, the wrong women. You have to say no, and you have to be disciplined. Those are the only 2 things you need, and you'll be all right. But life is ready and mature. We can't be children about this. We got to be grown men. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's all about what you do. Actions speak louder than words. For the weak minds, it will be words over action. For a man who has his mind intact, you're leading with your mind, not your emotions. Action is everything. It doesn't matter what anybody say.